So the thought-provoking question for today is Indian secularism fake? Well, the answer, it could be yes or it could be no. But if you look at the current secularism as we know it, evolved in medieval Europe or late medieval Europe. So it's an import into the Indian civilization and didn't organically evolve here, even though arguably there was a concept very similar to secularism, which is entwined in the dharmic religions that is over a few thousand years old. So we always had an idea that was pretty similar to what secularism is, but in its current form it was imported from Europe. Now, how did Europe actually evolve this idea or create this idea of secularism? So you have to understand that Europe went through a period of massive conflict and war. For example, the Middle Ages, you had the Crusades, you had all these wars that transformed Europe into a very powerful and prosperous state. So the background in which this idea of secularism came out and flourished was a Europe that was in a position of strength. It made massive gains in terms of military might, in terms of economic might, in terms of trading might, and that was the background in which this idea of secularism flourished and evolved. So it was created from a position of strength, right? But that same idea, when it was imported into India, India at that time, even up till now, is in a period of civilizational despair. Indian civilization for the last 1,000 years has been pillaged and its humans colonized and brutally downgraded. So when we accepted this idea of secularism, we accepted it from a position of weakness, from a position of necessity. So what that entails is that there are deep-rooted contradictions and deep-rooted issues that have not been reconciled, right? That are yet to be reconciled. So unless those issues that have been swept to the below the carpet, unless those issues are reconciled and dealt with in an equitable manner, Indian secularism will always be on a weak ground. Now, I'm a big proponent of secularism, so I'm all for it. But I think what I'm trying to say here is that unless those deep-rooted contradictions are dealt with and discussed, and we reach a level of understanding and acceptance of what has happened, it's only on that background that secularism can truly flourish from a position of strength. Till that day, there would be a lot of people that will question it, and I would say rightly so, because right now, what we know as secularism in the Indian context is probably a facade which has come out of a position of weakness, right? So it's become a tool to hide your weaknesses, to not talk about your defeats, not talk about your weaknesses, and cover it up and make it look good. So in order to create secularism in its right form, we need to look at these contradictions and resolve them. So as always, if you disagree with me or if you have points to add, please comment on my video. I'm happy to go through them, and I'm happy to expand on those ideas and look at both sides. So once again, thanks for watching my video. Goodbye and see you in the next video.